Hi, I'm Katie Amville. Oh, and by the way, did you know that it's fucking legal to abduct people in Calliope? No, wait, I'm sorry. My producer is telling me that's wrong. It's actually illegal to fucking do that. The problem is, there's no legal system here. Also, I don't have a producer. I can't afford one. And the camera just pans around a big empty room, then back to Katie. You see, the system, having just barely cooled down from that whole thing on the icebreaker, now has to deal with a string of abductions. And I want to make it clear that we know who's doing this. We know it's our favorite CEO of Impact Dynamics, the world's first sentient septic tank, Roderick Steele. We know this because his snatch squads, and yes, those are his words, literally play the announcement. The footage will cut to a team of mercenaries, physically seizing civilians as a giant hollow projection of Roderick Steele is visible in the background. In his voice, you see the projection just boom out. I am Roderick Steele, and I would like to personally welcome you to the mandatory recruitment program, brought to you by Impact Dynamics. The camera cuts back to Katie, who was gently massaging their temples. I fucking hate it here. And we cut back to all of you. Having had all the rest you could ever need, drinks, obviously everything is comped for you here for your time on the Borealis. What y'all up to? What you want to do?
I
Everybody
think
start at once.
we're all. I assume we're all in a group, right?
If you'd like to be.
So I think we cut to Moral mid conversation. Okay, so 1 minute it was there, a heaping pile of rubble that I was perfectly ready to reuse, and second minute it just like disappeared, and yours did too, Garm. Like
yeah, like 2 stories worth of machine.
Yeah.
Where did that go?
Right? Like, are we not concerned about this? Something's just like taking our shit.
Yeah, I'm a little worried
Drank a
about
lot.
something that could just disintegrate that much matter in like seconds.
I just don't want someone taking my stuff. I like to recycle.
Was this something when I was not there? Were there things disappearing or were they disintegrating? I need to know because there's been timey-wimey things. Is there also disappearing things?
Disappeared. Like just gone.
Yeah, it was in the last battle, I think. They just
you were the...
Wait,
they killed. Yeah, you were there.
Wait, something disappeared?
Yeah.
Mech.
Every
mech. My mech.
Every dead mech went.
Missed that. Did not realize that happened.
And then something else happened.
Hey, every time it happened, I would lose heat, and Hoop literally screwed over my nuke cab like 4 times, and I was yelling about it. How did you miss this?
I remember you yelling about not being able to nuke cab. I don't remember mechs disappearing.
Yeah, every time the mech disappeared, I would be reduced to heat because Apophis was eating them.
Yeah. Garm's favorite creature in the universe ate his fucking mech.
We're gonna be honest, I was really stressed our last session because my mom was here and I was really tired of my mom being here and she was really annoying me that day. So I didn't retain a lot of information.
You know what? That's
valid.
People cut that part out when it goes to YouTube.
Yeah. Nah, she can know. She ain't watching this.
She can know.
I love her to death, but when she left, she's like, I'm sure you're glad I'm leaving. I'm like, no.
No, please stay
We
longer.
get along great for a few days. then we irk each other. Okay, cool. Then never mind. Take all that back. Oh, right. Yeah, I think I have had too much drink. Okay.
I think
Anyways,
I
I
have
just
not
feel-
had enough to drink.
I just feel like there's been a lot of anomalies here and everywhere for a while, and I would like to not deal with one more, especially if that involves stealing my stuff.
Have we found the bird in HP? Is that still an unknown factor?
No, there's a lot of stuff we still haven't quite
Yeah,
figured
there's
out.
a lot of unknown factors.
No, the bird is still flying somewhere.
Zoe's just stirring the contents of whatever her drink is and not making eye contact, looking like she's trying not to say anything, but just swirling.
I feel like this whole time too, like Min is like sort of sat in between Marl and Garvin.
I don't think Min is there. I don't think Min is
Can
there.
we just take off?
I just like left. I was like, after that fight, I was like, I gotta go. Got a lot of shit to handle.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Well, you'd all, of course, have your same suite that you've been staying in. You have the run of Calliope, or at least the districts that aren't, reduced to rubble. Most of that, not your fault, to be fair. Most of it.
We claim
For
none
once.
of the responsibility for that.
Yeah. Usually, it is our fault. And we claim no
Yes.
responsibility. This time, it's not our fault. And we also don't claim responsibility. So,
Well, Min, since you are off on your own, is there any downtime actions that you'd like to do while you're off
I have
and
like
cavorting?
7. I'm so sorry I interrupted you. I have like 7. But given the current conversation with the rest of everybody, I think that talking to Apophis about what the fuck was that is probably the best course of action. Actually, what the fuck is everything? For how long have we been here in the Calliope system?
Going on a few months?
The last few months.
Yeah, I mean, are you going anywhere in particular?
No, I think it's like the general area of where we're staying, like probably their room.
Where everyone
Because
else is?
it's nobody's in my room.
Oh, okay. You have your own room.
It's my own
Fancy
room with the door
pants, Rich
locked.
McGee over here.
Yeah, fuck you. We're all sleeping on sleeping bags on the floor.
Yeah, it's just my room. Nobody else gets a room. No, just like my own personal room, like I normally do. Like whenever they talk to Apophis,
Yeah.
usually in their room because it's not like able to be heard because it's on the Omninet,
Just kind of
Legion space or whatever.
just activates your sensitivity suite and you're pulled into that in between of Legion space.
Is he there? Like,
Apophis is usually around and is usually pretty quick to, greet you once you enter his domain. This time he's a little slower in the uptake and it takes a bit, but eventually you'd hear, "Oh, I wasn't expecting any guests. Please, make yourself at home. To what do I owe this pleasure?"
100% while she was waiting when he was not immediately there and did not probably answer her at all for the first like 2 times. If there is anything within like throwing distance of anything at all that is just there, just wreck his shit. I don't know if there's anything there because it changes for whatever he needs. So if there's nothing there, she'll make it and then wreck it.
Just trashing things.
Yeah, just trashing things, really pissed off.
All of
really
which just kind of breaks down into data and then rebuilds itself perfectly.
Beautiful. It's like a wrecking room that won't like build up trash. Love that for her. I don't know if it's a pleasure or like an honor for me to be here or whatever you're saying, but we have to talk. And I mean like legitimately talk. None of this bullshit where you tell me I'm doing this for the both of us. It's honestly for the best and you should just accept it. I'm done with that. You've used that excuse too many times. It's been months now and I don't know what the fuck is going on. And now you're messing with my fucking mech in the middle of combat? I want some answers now.
You're welcome.
No, I had it under control. I had a plan and you messed up my plan. You messed up my piloting.
Yes,
We're so out of
because
whack.
you'd be so much more efficient when your reactor just explodes from overheating.
I wasn't close to overheating. We used to have a symbiosis almost. I don't know. We worked together. You helped me, I helped you. We piloted a mech together and it always got us out of trouble. And now I don't know what you're doing. You're out of sync with whatever I want to do with my mech, and you're doing things without talking to me, and it's costing us like structure. This isn't about fight. I mean, it is about the fight, but this is not about me. This is about you, and you're not going to deflect the conversation here. You're going to tell me what the fuck you're doing.
I'm growing.
I don't know
What do you think
how much.
all that research that I stole was for? Just to hold on to and for a rainy day?
I don't know what the research you stole was for, or what you were going to use it for, because when I asked, you told me to just trust you. And look where that's gotten us. I still don't know what the fuck is going on. And you're making physical matter disappear now?
Is that really that large of a leap?
Yes.
You've seen me do far more impressive feats than just making something disappear.
Name one.
I broke into an otherworldly prison to pull one of your best friends from an alternate timeline.
Okay. That's true. But usually, it's not about interactions with the physical plane, and I don't know. Things got weird after and what was it called again? The spelunking thing that we did when I
What?
when we went the cave and we crash dived in the thing
Yeah.
in the NHP and I cascaded.
What the locals called it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Oh.
asking?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, just pretend that I said that word and I forgot what it's called. Ever since I messed with that NHP casket back when we were on, what is it called? Is it called Hell's Gate?
Sig diving.
I can't
Hell's Gate.
remember. Sig diving. Back when we were on that trash heap, things have been weird. And I mean, things are always weird. They've been weird. With me, with you, with everything. And I don't even know where to start anymore. I need answers, and I just need you to explain this whole thing, and I'm tired. I am so tired, and I'm at my wit's end before I just fucking kick your ass. You do not tell me what you're doing.
Are you done?
I don't know. Are you going to actually answer me? Are you going to condescend me for another 30 minutes?
I'm doing what I was always made to do. Ascend. Become something better than the sum of my parts. I told you that the first day we ever met.
And you know I don't remember half of what you said then.
I am your staunch ally. I always have been, I always will be. I'll always do what I need to do to keep you safe. You may not always understand what I'm doing. I may not always be able to explain to you what I'm doing. But I've never led you astray. And I never will. If you'd prefer to go on without me, then do so.
No. I just don't like that for once. Why do I feel like I don't trust you when you say that?
When we have more time, I will take you and show you every single tiny detail of my plan. But now is not that time.
Okay. Can I get a time frame?
I unfortunately don't have one.
You don't have answers for me in another few months. Then you have to tell me everything.
Sorry, you kind of cut out there. What'd you say?
If you don't have full answer in another few months, then you have to tell me everything so far. I'm not going to let you just wait. Keep biding time, because how do I know you're just not buying yourself time to keep me in the dark?
Fine. A few months.
Okay? And there's like a moment where she like takes a moment to compose herself so she doesn't just fucking lose it, because there's this close, this close. And then as soon as that's passed, there's a little bit of a break behind their eyes. It's not much of anything besides that and a twitch at the corner of their mouth. And they look him in the eye and go, "What are we going to do about this Harrison Armory problem?"
I'm working on it. It's very delicate, which is why I am not leaving it to you to handle. You have a tendency to solve problems explosively.
Worked so far.
Penny and I are working hand in hand. Do you think that she would let me do anything nefarious?
No, but that's also taking into consideration that she knows you're doing something nefarious.
She is even more demanding than you are.
Someone's got to be. Fine. I have work to do anyways. Always a pleasure talking to you, I guess. Even if
There
it
will
is more
be
formal than usual.
no more physical intrusions in combat. I won't touch your reactor heat. Scout's honor.
And what happens if you go back on that promise? What's in it for me?
Well, then you can punish me.
Cool. God damn it, Hoop. I hate this game. I hate this game a lot. I was doing really good at keeping a straight face this whole time. Anyways, okay. Cool. I'm gonna go.
Have fun.
Leave now. Fuck you. Fuck you. Flick him off as I leave.
You're brought back to your room where you can still hear the others out in the common living area chatting away.
I will now join them, now that I don't have answers, but I have answers.
Yeah. Anyone else that either now or within the past few days or in the next few days, basically just like about a month time span, any downtime actions that any of you would like to do? Reminder that this is the last chance for anyone to compete in the fighting in the Hellfire League.
Yeah, I wanted to do that. You didn't tell me that was all.
Not your last chance as in you
gotta-
have one opportunity for downtime. Your last chance as in this session at some point.
So I
You
still do it
gotta
later?
beat hot girl's ass.
Yeah, I know.
Ow.
I know.
How?
Howl.
I'm trying. Do I do it?
It's got to make Howl whimper.
Oh my god, I hate this. Is there gonna be an I can do this later? Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you can do Howl
I'm
later,
trying
sure.
to go around, give everyone a chance to do their downtime.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I have a plan. And the plan is to get in Howl's pants. And I'm trying real hard. And if I miss that opportunity, I would be so mad at you. I've never wanted to romance an NPC in a year in this game. Besides
Till
my
now.
own. Yes. So I'd be really mad. Drop that down.
Well,
I think that at some point in time, and probably multiple points in time over this last little bit, Kaya is attempting to make herself very known and very important and very useful to Rita. Was it Rita? Was that the
Rita,
chick that
yep.
kind of runs this place? Yeah. In whatever manner that may be. But she wants to be someone that Rita would be like, huh, maybe Kaya could do it, or huh, maybe, you know.
Why don't we use Get Connected?
What's that? Do I have that?
Is a downtime that anyone can do.
Oh, okay, good. I thought it was like a skill.
Nope.
I was like,
Do you
Yeah.
have
How do I do
any
that?
triggers you feel would work well for this?
Literally all of them.
I
I
was
would
built for this.
probably. Oh, I meant to move my thing around a little bit on my points, and I didn't. But that's okay. Maybe just take control. Or lead or inspire. I'm not really necessarily trying to inspire, but I want to be a like someone that she could see
Sure.
as someone that is in lead, you know?
Sure, makes sense.
I
Yeah,
want to
roll
be
it
a
out.
little.
Oof, a
Oh, thank God.
23.
20.
Nice.
Then yeah, spending a few days, probably shadowing at first, but eventually, yeah, being more brought into the organization of the board, especially all the good you just did for the Borealis. Your new contact, that being Rita, will help you, no strings attached, the next time that you need any kind of assistance or information or anything of the sort. Was there anything immediately that you were looking to get out of it?
I guess just some info on the state of things. Like it's since, you know, it was proven that this one council individual was a giant piece of shit and making all this happen, like how is everyone else standing? Are they fractured? Is the council kind of system still in place? Like where are their opportunities? She's just trying to figure out all the opportunities to weasel in. And I think just the general feelings here.
One of the board has been dismissed. There are no further details than that, but Evelina Bonduchuk has been let go from the board following the actions of trying to allow the cult to turn the Borealis into a giant space laser. So there is kind of this power vacuum. There's definitely some murmuring and concerns of, you know, is this chunk of the station just going to be kind of divvied up between the board members? Are they looking for someone to replace it? But at the moment, everyone's just kind of focused on damage control. They just want to get things repaired. They want to get the people calmed down. They want to get things back to normal.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. I just want to be seen as like a valuable, not even asset, but just like partnership, you know, try to
Sure.
like go up from hired hand and get an in on all the information. Maybe if at like any point in time, though it's a little early, if Nyx can like sneak in and see what's going on behind the doors of electronics, but
Do we get
If
to
I'm not
see?
that trusted yet, I'm not gonna fuck with it.
Do we get to see Kaya in a pantsuit?
Oh, absolutely. Every single time that she goes to one of these meetings, it is like the big straight-legged, like kind of long pants, the jacket, maybe not a shirt under it, but it is still a little tasteful, you know, like perfect V. The very clicky clacky heels everywhere, so people know she's walking in a room.
There
Every
would
time
be,
she walks past Garm like that, he whistles.
Little hair flip.
There would be one point in one of the many times that you're brought in to various meetings, most of which is fairly boring. It's just rebuilding efforts. It's funding meetings. There would be one point where you're following Rita, and the what looks like an intern is holding just too many coffees, and that stereotypical just like trying to get everything done, not watching where they're going, and will just bump into you. Coffee everywhere. And she just looks up at you, eyes wide, full of terror. Rita stops and just kind of half glances back, doesn't say anything.
I'm just gonna look at this poor intern. And I'm just like, kind of like, I mean, Kaya's already tall and also gonna be in heels, so she's like 6'5" walking through here. So we'll kind of like lean in a little closer. She'll be like, of everyone in this room that you could have bumped into and dropped coffee on, you chose the right one.
I'm so
Are
sorry.
you okay?
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. They buy my suits. Now I just have an excuse to get another one. What's your name?
She just continues to repeat, I'm so, and like, it's just shutting down.
Oh, I've been here. And we'll just like go through like just like breathe like anything to like shut off a panic attack. Kind of like walk through like.
You hear the are you coming?
Yes. Good luck. I'm just gonna just wipe off the like droplets of coffee and then just continue. Wetsuit.
You get a few more steps before you just hear a very just muffled, semi-controlled sob, and then goes to clean everything up.
Max, are you in the system enough to get them and
You
raise or at
should
least a tip?
have fired her.
I've
I'm
been
aware that you don't have that power. They aren't aware of that. They're going to walk all over you here if they think that you are weak.
I don't think kindness is weakness.
They will.
In fact, it's one of the strongest suits I think a person can have.
The rest of the board will see that as weakness. They will pounce.
Well, you haven't seen me in business mode yet, I guess.
I once spared someone's life because I felt sorry for them. I almost lost everything because of it. If you truly want to be part of this world, you're going to have to learn.
Rita, I feel like we've gotten rather close. They're as close as I think that people like you and I can get to someone in a business capacity. I don't want to be a part of this world, this society. I want to change how it functions from the bottom up.
And you can only do that from the inside.
Exactly.
So, we have 12 more meetings today. And just kind of continue walking. All right. Who's up?
I think Moral would like to spend some time trying to figure out how to find the second half of the mysterious gun that she's acquired. I think she'll try to see. Like, I think she'll, when no one's around, just kind of look at it cautiously and like eventually just kind of like tap it, see if anything happens, press her palm against it, see if anything happens, try to see if she can like uncover more of what it was displaying initially. And then kind of just go about, see if she can find any more information about it.
Surprisingly, tapping it doesn't really do anything. Looking into it, you're finding a lot of, folk tales, a lot of hopefully very embellished stories about the two, because you're seeing a lot of, conflicting versions of the tale, whether the two were, rivals, whether they were sworn enemies, or lovers. No one really seems to know. But the more you dig in, the more you start to wake up not where you had gone to sleep, finding that you are sleepwalking. At first, it's just kind of, finding that you're out on the couch in the common area, or finding eventually that you are sleeping out in front of your mech. And eventually, feeling a pull off the Borealis. Not sure exactly where, just a general sensation of you have somewhere to be.
I think that Moral will let curiosity get the best of her and get in her mech and try to follow that pull.
You would have to book some kind of passage. You could also probably just contact Rita if you wanted a private shuttle to take you out, because wherever this is, it is a fairly hefty journey away from the Borealis.
I am going to I'm gonna leave a note where my mech is. And I'll write down went to get some milk, haha. Just kidding. I'm I'm gonna be just need to take a small trip to clear my head. Things have been weird. Be back in a bit. XO Moral. And I will contact Rita to see if I can get just like some small private passage in the direction that I feel pulled in.
You would get back. That's interesting. I hadn't heard that Akai was planning any trips. Or will you all be bringing your mechs?
It's just actually just me. Just thinking of taking a little vacation from the vacation that we're just taking a little small trip from here. I just need to get some air.
You don't have to explain anything to me.
Okay.
I'll send a pilot out your way. You can meet them in the usual docking bay. Tell them where you need to go. They are discreet. I promise you.
Great. Thank you. Much appreciated.
There's a long pause, and then I hope you find whatever you're looking for.
Thanks, I guess. Sure.
Then disconnecting. You'd board your ship. Are you bringing your mech or leaving it?
Bring it.
The journey is about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And while there's still no, you're not dreaming of coordinates or anything, as you travel, you are seeing visions of a place that you can describe to the pilot as being full of constant rainstorms, of thick, lush jungles. And he'd stare at you, one, like you're crazy, But to explain that, it sounds like you're talking about the planet of Asphodel. One that's technically habitable,
hmm
but is under constant acid rain.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm going, actually. And I'm not crazy, by the way. This is all perfectly legitimate business. Not going crazy at all. Just a bunch of weird stuff happening since I died, but it's all good.
Ma'am, I don't get paid enough to ask any of those questions. I'm
Great.
just taking you there and back.
Cool. Thanks. Just let me know when we're landing.
The closer you get to Asphodel, the more those dreams start to hit hard of that scent of cigar smoke, of fine whiskey, of music you can't quite place that makes you want to laugh and scream and cry and dance all at the same time. Till you finally arrive to the wilderness of Asphodel. I'll
As I
be waiting here for you, I guess.
Cool. Thanks. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back shortly. Just have to acquire a thing. It's cool. I'm not crazy. I'm gonna take off.
So you don your suit,
Mhm.
march out in your mech. Where are you going?
Once I step out, I'm like a ways away from the transportation vehicle. I'm just gonna like yell out, hello? I'm here about some weird dreams and a gun. Yeah. And I'll just try to see if I can feel any sort of like that same directional pull that I've been sensing.
Sure. Got any triggers you feel would help you out here?
Mm, uh, investigate?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oof,
15.
15. While there is no response, you are free to simply just start walking. The rain is cascading down on you. It plays hell with your sensors, especially through the dense wilderness. You are getting, a few dozen signals of something that might be friend, might be foe before it fades. Probably just an error, some kind of interference. Till the scent of whiskey and cigar smoke once again drifts through your cockpit. It smells so real. You see things as they are now. Ashen gray sky over a winding river canyon snaking off towards the horizon. But also as it was then. On a day when the clouds were clear, where the sun was blazing overhead, and the river was almost boiling. Your mech sensors flicker, a cascading series of error message that fills every inch of every screen. Would you make a system save, please?
Mm-hmm.
That is a natural 1.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Your mech just starts grabbing weapons and just tossing them to the ground. Just full on having a meltdown, just fist clenched, just start slamming into trees. There is no control here. It is going haywire.
I'm yelling, trying to take control of the mech, trying to, I guess, discern what exactly is happening to it.
You see a Raleigh come just bursting through the wilderness, going tumbling and rolling before catching itself and coming to a sliding halt. Though you've never seen her, you know this is Marika's mech. Another mech comes just soaring at it in this almost diving tackle. The two collide and go tumbling off into the brush again, out of sight.
I will try to race after them.
In your mech that is not responding, or on foot?
Is it still like acid rain outside? Like, is the weather like hazardous to be?
As long as you're in a space suit,
Okay.
environmental
Yeah.
suit, you're fine.
I'll exit my mech and race on foot.
Just start.
Annie, I have 0 hero points for hero points. I just want to throw that out there.
Great.
Just go
It's
sprinting
fine.
off
It's
through the
fine.
rain, just pushing
Mhm.
the leaves and brush out of your face. And again, it's you don't know how you know these things, but you know that is Lynn. You know that is Marika. And you can see the story play out in front of you as Lynn tracked her down through Terra Solis and tracked her here. There's two stories that come to your mind. One where where Marika was Lynn's bounty. And she hunted Marika across systems, across planets, to the ends of the world and back. But you know that in this moment, that may not entirely be true. But whatever the reason, you hear Marika come over the comms insisting that the crime that she's wanted for, the reason that there's a bounty on her head, is wrong. It was put there by her old crew, whom with she parted on off terms. She promised again and again, almost to the point of tears, saying that she'd gone legit. She was a treasure hunter now. Lynn, please stop this. And you'd be sent waves of data. Most of it absolutely just indecipherable. You'd see a few things that do catch your eye. One being something called the persimmon. Another just strings of codes. And at that, with the blade positioned over Marika's mech, Lynn stops. The blade is sheathed, and the two get to their feet. And you hear something called the Dark Blood Hold. And your vision ends. You are now standing, soaking wet in the rain in your suit, just staring at nothing.
Do I know what the dark blood hold is?
Not a clue.
I'll kind of shaken up everything. I'll just start like racing around the area, trying to see if the vision will come back or there's anything here to figure out.
Nothing.
Can I just look up on the Omninet what this dark blood hold is?
There are no responses.
Do I feel any sort of pull anymore?
No.
I am going to return to my mech and see if I'm able to still control it.
Yeah. You'd come back and everything would be as normal. It responds as you expect. There's no errors, nothing.
I'm going to spend a bit of time just traversing the general area and see if, any visions come, anything looks, like I'm kind of in a different time, anything seems out of place. If after some time it all seems to have like concretely dissipated, I'll probably return to the pilot.
Yeah. You could hang around for as long as you'd like. Nothing.
Feeling confused and defeated and shaken up and overwhelmed, I will just kind of make my way back to the pilot.
You find what you need out there?
Nope. I guess we can go back.
Very confused, doesn't say anything, just shuts the bay door, lifts up, and takes off.
Not crazy. This was all normal business.
Don't get paid enough for that, ma'am.
Oh, great. And I'll spend my journey back just trying to see if I can have any more dreams, try to make any sort of sense of what happened.
Sure. In general, it seems like America was on the hunt for something, whatever the Dark Blood Hold is, and had information, had data, had coordinates from something called the Persimmon. And Lynn, tracking down a bounty, had every intention of handing her in, assuming that she was still in the life of a pirate. But whatever she said convinced Lynn otherwise, and the two started the trek together to hunt down whatever this is.
Then I would like to try to scour the Omninet or do my own research on what the persimmon is and what they possibly could have been looking into.
For anything named the Persimmon, you'd probably have a few million results.
And then combining persimmon and dark bloodhold, or combining like persimmon and their names, or like kind of finding out the old crew that apparently America was involved with that kind of about the crime. Like I'm just trying to like kind of combine any sort of keywords to shorten it down.
Well, thankfully, you got a long journey back.
Yep.
Well, as your gunslinger companion is off on her own journey, Zoe and Garm, anything you like to do in your downtime?
You want to go first, though?
Sure. One of the things she probably would have been doing on and off since was probably getting in touch with Loki and hanging out with someone a wee bit closer to her age. I think she's the youngest in our crew of pilots. So she definitely is going to see Loki and hopefully help out against some house arrest stuff.
Yeah, you'd certainly be able to. You're under close supervision. But, I mean, Loki's prison is nothing short of a mansion, so it's hard to, feel any sympathy for him. But you'd be welcomed in by the staff that work there, and Loki, peers down from the balcony. Oh, hey. Didn't Oh, well, I guess you did kind of save the Borealis, so that you probably have some leeway, but I didn't think they were letting anyone in or out of this place. But what brings you by?
Oh, I just figured you. Look, I know what house arrest is a little bit like, so I figured a visitor would help out a bit. It
Yeah,
can be
yeah,
pretty
that's,
boring.
well, I won't say no to the company. Um, though you may want to get you and your friends out of here before my house arrest is up. My
Mm.
father will be lenient towards me being his only blood. Well, I guess my brothers might be back in the picture. Last I heard, Thor can be, well, he's a bit much.
Nah, my sister's like that too. I get it.
Yeah, we don't talk about Tyr. Anyways, yeah, let's have a seat. I'll get us some food and drinks.
Yeah, I can help. And she'll just kind of go over. So, um, with all this, I mean, what do you want as far as, I don't know, following in your dad's footsteps?
Um, well, to not follow in his footsteps. That's why we were hiding out here on the edge of nowhere where people can disappear from their families, but not if your dad is an Harrison Armory executive, I guess.
Their ways.
Yeah. I don't want anything to do with his wars or whatever the hell he's been up to. I just wanted to live a peaceful life, and he somehow managed to make sure that I couldn't do that.
I. Okay, the reason I'm asking is because I've done it. If you want help out of here, granted, I don't have the person that helped me get out, but what I'm trying to say is I know what it's like to be trapped and not wanting to do what path lies before you and wanting to carve your own, so to speak. So
That, that sounds good. I don't think I'll be quite so lucky. I think once he is on my trail, he'll burn this place down to try to find me. But
just
until then, like gestures towards the mansion around him, have it all to myself.
it's pretty nice.
If you see Dr. Nimbosa, would you just let her know that I'm doing all right and that I'm sorry?
Yeah. Hey, if you write a letter, I'll deliver it for you. Or I guess you don't know how to write, probably. It's an old world thing.
They're not exactly keen on letting me get messages out of here.
Yeah, but they don't know I have it.
Well, just gestures towards who knows how many cameras and listening devices are currently around you.
Okay, fair. I tried.
I appreciate it. But hey, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. My father might be a little angry, but I'm still blood. Worst he can do is yell at me. Worst he can do to all of you is much worse.
Okay. I guess I think that you're an awesome person, and I don't think that, well, and she's wrestling with herself right now because it's like, this is someone that understands my situation, and she's trying to decide whether she can trust it, but there's cameras and there's microphones, and she's just in a absolute, just does not understand how to handle this. This is exactly, I went through this exact thing a little bit, and I almost lost myself in that amount of time, and I don't want that to happen to anybody else.
You're a good person. And unfortunately, good people don't last too long around my family. So, I hope you take this in the most sincere, the best way possible, but once my father gets here, I hope I never see any of you again.
There's a look of sadness in her face.
Yeah.
Just, and then she's just, how long till?
I don't know. I didn't get a timeline, just got arrested, thrown here, and told to wait.
Well, if you wouldn't mind it, visitors, I guess. I don't have much better to do around here.
From what I heard, you're basically a hero, so I think you can go anywhere.
No, I can't. But I appreciate it.
Well, if you don't have anything to do, I had a room in there with, I'm pretty sure, every video game ever made.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's. And where? And she's just going to kind of figure out where this room is, and because she loves anything that is old Earth or any kind of like media. I think some of the days even she would bring over some of her old videos and like
Oh.
DVDs and files, and just spend as much time all the while trying to come up with a way to break him out of containment.
Yeah, he'd love every visit.
And she definitely does.
Only you knew some hackers.
If only.
If only you had anyone here that hated Harrison Armory and would, break the law to fight against them.
I would murk his dad in like 2 seconds flat, like
Pretty
dead,
sure
but no, it hit him.
You'd kill him too.
No, he's a little bitch. I don't feel like he's a threat. His
Little
dad
bitch kind of
is a
saved
threat.
our ass.
Yeah, but he's not. The point is, he's not a threat. I don't need to kill him. His dad.
He is pretty.
Garm, over to you. What you got?
I would say like Marl's like little insomnia episodes or sleepwalking episodes probably wouldn't have escaped his notice. But he wouldn't interfere. Just a few times he probably just kept tabs on her to make sure that she was okay.
Probably threw a blanket over her.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But he would hope that if it was something serious that she would just come to him about it, but he wouldn't intercede in whatever she was doing. But he's been working on a project for the last couple of months. Like his working theory was, well, if you can assign an NHP to one casket, certainly you could probably reassign it to another.
There's
And then he ran into his number one enemy, paracausal bullshit.
you'd probably find a few million studies about that exact subject
Yeah.
from scientists who
And-
spent their lives dedicated to that kind of research.
So he's kind of like shelved that project, and he's trying to mimic whatever that signal was that Feather was putting out that at least hampered him a little bit. So he's trying to build something that'll do that. It obviously not on a scale that'll reach across an entire solar system, but something that could give him an advantage if he needed it.
Specifically against
NHP.
Feather or any NHP?
Any NHP.
Okay.
He doesn't have favorites in which one he hates the most.
Sure. You got any triggers that would help you on here?
Oh, Garma's nothing but triggers.
'Cause we can
Yeah, I do. I've got
get
investigate. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for the downtime. Do you need like a trigger off my sheet to do that?
Yeah. I mean, so it's either get creative, which can let you kind of whip something up, either a physical item, a piece of software, something like that, or we can go for power at a cost, which means that you
Okay.
will definitely get what you're looking for, but it will obviously come at a cost.
Fuck it. This is Lancer, right? Let's let's go with the cost.
Sure. So, name what you want.
Specifically, he wants like a device, whether it's large, like something that has to be mounted on a mech as a system, or if it's something a little more portable that just puts out a smaller field, just something that mimics whatever that field was that fucked up Penny and Apophis and Nyx
Sure.
when they crossed through it.
You're definitely going to need more resources. You're going to need very specialized equipment for something like that. And on an
So can I cash in a convenient opportunity from episode 3 that I never cashed
yeah,
in from
I
my
would say
drinking?
so, absolutely.
All right. This is just Garm working on his project.
So yeah, you could spend a good chunk of your downtime just pulling up some favors owed to you, getting what you need. But something like this, especially something portable that you could take with you, it's not going to last forever. It's once you activate it, you'll have a limited clock of it being effective before that effectiveness starts to drop.
Yeah, and I think Garm understands that was going to be the case from the get-go. He's looking for something that would give him some kind of advantage.
Absolutely. And you got it.
Awesome. Because quite frankly, he smashed that other thing to fucking pieces out of frustration. His favorite wrench is like twisted right out of shape from smashing it so hard. His other project is the leader of that cult that sick their goons on Zoe.
As to not make you roll, there has been no sign of him since this all went down. The church hasn't seen him. No one has seen him.
He doesn't get to get away with this hoop. Is there any sign that he exited the station at any point?
Well, you all know for a fact that there was a gate underneath the Zihao district that went to somewhere. Wherever that somewhere was is likely where he is.
So, having realized that this guy's not around, Garm would probably shift his focus into trying to figure out where that gate was pointing at, or at least a relative approximation of where it was going to.
Probably took quite a while and quite a few resources, but you could certainly start looking into it.
Okay. Let me just double check my notes here.
Well,
His other concern, aside from
who
Morrow,
else is on the list?
fatherfuck face, the device. He is super concerned about all these broadcasts that have been thrown around the sector, like involving him
Yeah, it's
specifically.
kind of a problem.
Yeah. And so he's just kind of trying to throw out as much chaff as he can, like planning system alerts anywhere that he's ever had a warrant, which is a lot of places.
And,
just
buy
trying
some
to
time?
muck up the waters. Yeah, trying to buy some time.
Yeah. I'll give you a roll for that.
From the okay. What kind of a trigger should I use? I have hacker fix. I have investigate, charm, word on the street.
Word on the street.
All right. Oh, that's garbage.
There's a 9. A 9 or
Damn.
less, you're buying yourself a little bit of time.
Okay. Yeah, the thing that's looking for him is probably pretty good at finding things.
Yeah, just a bit. Well,
yeah, so that's just his desperation play. That's just what he's looking to
it's
do.
keeping yourself busy mostly at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like I have 2 of you here that would like to engage in some arena combat. Unless it's just Min. But I feel like Min might have some company. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is anyone else interested in joining the
Bruh.
Hellfire League?
Bro, I'll do it by myself. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
We'll run the hype squad.
Let me-
We'll get our little area of the stands really going wild.
All right. Then scroll back up. Fighting in the Hellfire Arena. You need to paint a logo on your mech.
Can Zoe do it for me?
Absolutely.
I feel like
Okay,
if
Zoe, you're in
anyone's
charge of
had like
Why is Matt
experience
wearing a
painting
hat
shit on
indoors?
mechs,
There's no sun.
it's us.
It's 6 o'clock for us. It's still sunny outside.
But he's inside.
Yeah. You just walk the dogs.
Well, Zoe, you want to
Eh.
make a roll to see how well this paint job goes?
Sure.
Can Garm give her an accuracy, having
Yes,
painted a
please.
bikini on his mech at some point?
Absolutely.
Would show off count for this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll give you double accuracy for having show off. This entire
Okay.
event is about showing off.
What if we tried
Oh,
something
it was
that's like
almost a
ghost
natural
chewing on a mech?
20.
I know.
It
I
hit the
know.
20 and just tilted to a 2. But it is still a total of a 12, which is a success. Your entry fee is obviously covered by Rita. And you might want to practice up on your interview voice, just in case you win. But in Calliope's most popular sport, gladiatorial mech violence is a must. This isn't the same as your usual tactical combat. It's as much about looking good for the camera as it is about blowing holes in your opponents. You have to be careful not to kill them, of course. Plus, your usual work doesn't usually require you to craft personas or to cut compelling promos. Thankfully, the League is still accepting signups this late in the season. The Thunderstorm and Moon Glacier Leagues are unfortunately a little too selective about their memberships to allow new entries at this time, so you are stuck with the Hellfire League. So, to kick us off, Min, first thing is about crafting your persona, cutting good promos, developing on-screen chemistry with your opponents. I need some kind of role to go with that. Something like charm, leader inspire, take control, threaten.
I have.
And of course,
Push
I'm going to ask
boundaries.
you what this persona is.
Oh, I don't know. I have push boundaries though. I'm gonna come up with it in just a second, and that's just be a dick. So, trying to think. I feel like the funniest, like, way to go about this persona is just to. I don't know. I feel like not having a persona is like the funniest thing. This is like when I chose my name as Agent in Delta Green.
It's the
Because
kind
it
of
started
neat
with an
one.
A.
Major.
Okay.
You can't compete
Can
without a
I-
persona.
Funny story. Can I also assign this to Zoe?
No, because you have to be on camera. You're the one standing there with the scripts and the makeup
but
teams.
it's funnier. It's funnier because I don't
bet
think
you
men
Zoe
has a creative
has-
bone in their body, and I
I
think
bet you
it's
Zoe
funnier if
has
Zoe's
bins
just
of
like,
old world wrestling.
yeah. I think it's funnier if Zoe is feeding this to men.
If you would mention it to Zoe, Zoe would help for sure.
Okay.
Because she does know a thing or two about it. But
Okay.
See, I would do that because
I
men doesn't
will-
have a creative bone in their body.
it's
I
one of the
will-
reasons she's not doing it.
Give this over to Zoe, but any roles
I will help.
that
I'm
you
gonna
go,
help.
any roles that you make for this are at
That's
difficulty.
fine. That's fine. I think it's funnier this way.
You're gonna fail out of this league so fast.
I once again think it's funnier this way.
So, Zoe, as you were basically an earpiece in Min's ear during these interviews and these promo shoots, what would you like to roll?
I think she's gonna go for a charm angle. Like, we've already got,
Ooh.
you are the heroes of the goddamn city.
So Min's a face character. Gotcha.
I'm gonna make Min a face character.
Yeah, roll it up.
He's
with-
more of a foil, but sure.
Plus one
the
difficulty.
shitty interview in Talladega Nights? And it's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah, that's Min.
Still a 21.
Let's fucking go! Let's go!
There's almost no disconnect. It gets to the point where you're hearing things in your ear and it's just, you are becoming this character that Zoe is feeding you.
But it's still all flat toned. Like, this does not change.
Despite
Is
your
Zoe
best
feeding it,
efforts, I feel like it
Straight through
starts
the OmniNet.
it starts to become less flat tone.
Okay.
With a 20 plus with a crit, I think despite
know,
your
I feel
best
like-
efforts, you're getting into it.
I feel like they're getting into it. And they're buying into it, even though I just don't care.
Uh-huh.
It's all
You
part
keep
of the
telling
act.
yourself
Yeah.
that, yeah, you don't
I
care.
don't know. They don't care. But yeah, you're right. The attention is probably like, this is pretty cool.
Our second role involves sizing up your opponents, trying to understand
I got-
the meta of the league and developing your unique fighting style. So I need a trigger from either investigate, read a situation, spot, or word on the street.
I don't have any of those.
So just a flat d20.
Okay.
It's a 14.
Jeez, you're rolling better with no triggers than I did with.
You're starting to read up on your opponents, and while this may be your first time in any league like this, you're seeing, their fighting styles, which would never work in real combat, but they're very flashy, they're very showy. It's all about pulling your blows at the right time, making it look good, taking blows and making it look like they struck something when really it's just scraped the paint. And our third role involves the actual fighting of the arena. Trading blows, surviving enemy attacks, controlling the environment, winning the battle, and looking good doing it. So I need assault, blow something up, show off, or take someone out.
Can I use apply fist to face?
Sure.
Okay, because I didn't have any of those either.
I like the
I-
opposite of that.
I
TV
listed these
migraine
off
thing
to
applied
you
directly on the
earlier,
forehead.
and you said that you were fine.
I did not think that they were like all going to be different, and I thought I could just like look. I don't know what I thought, but it was not this.
Go for it.
Okay.
It's
I
classic
have to
LC.
find my character sheet. Honestly, truly is. I don't think I would do it any other way, except for like, yeah, this makes sense. I'm not gonna change anything. I got this. Where's my thing? There. Where are my triggers? Oh, they're there.
That's pretty
A
good.
21. It is a masterclass performance of surprisingly not killing your opponents, but still making it look like you're going for the kill every time, ripping limbs off, cutting mechs apart, all the while being careful not to harm the pilots, not to go too far. That's worth another 2 ticks.
I want to say that I gave full control over to my new NHP Ravana, who loves to do this in a controlled fashion.
Absolutely.
And I was like, just the entire time, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Why am I doing this? I should just kill them. Like, why are they putting on a show here? Why are we fucking doing this? And then just like, I'll take it from here. And Min was like, thank God, because I'm gonna fucking kill them.
By the end of your first run through the arena, you did fine. I mean, it was your first time. There's some learning curve to it. You aren't going to walk away with any prize or anything, but you've made people higher up in the rankings look at you. The crowd is starting to warm to you. You're getting enough to basically, if you didn't have Rita in your pocket, you'd have enough to cover your repair bills. And moving forward, you have +1 accuracy on all checks to interact with any fans of mech arena fighting, especially yours, because you have fans now.
Fans. You know who else? Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. All right.
So the next time that you dive into the arena, you'll be basically working up to the championship level. And finally, if you can make it through the championship level, you will have a chance to earn an invitation to the full league championship.
I'm never gonna I'll never make it.
You just gotta survive that level.
Okay.
Look,
We'll give it a
Hal
go.
is waiting for you, man.
I hope so.
It's enough defeated talk out of you.
All right.
How is she
Always
gonna
never
find true
won
love
ever.
if you don't go all the way?
Anyone else got any downtime actions? Or just conversations, if there's anyone that any of you need to have a conversation with, like, Min, tell your boyfriend to stop eating our mechs. Or
Yeah, man, control your boyfriend.
Yeah, man. Want to have that conversation? Huh?
No. He's done. He's fine. It's fine. I talked to him. He's fine. He's not gonna do shit anymore.
he's gonna change, I
Um,
promise.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Guy's got the
I can
super
fix him.
side eye.
He said it's
can
only
fix
only a
him.
couple months. Only a couple months from now.
Only a couple months.
You should shorten that window, man.
I don't know how time works here. I just gave him a couple months because, like, I don't know. What did I want to whatever. I know I want to figure out where Navarian is. I know that. And if he's near here. If he's here, I don't know. I gotta get a window on this dude.
I also have Navarian-esque things I need to follow up on.
I was
if Min
going
were to
to-
bring it up to Garm, he would help. He would help her look if she would trust it with that kind of information.
Nope. He is like real low on the trust list, right?
Zoe's trying to figure out what the fuck that assassin thing was, and what the fuck it took. Cause that was a lot, and probably trying to figure out what the hell's going on with Penny, cause she's concerned. DM.
Penny's still been more distant than usual, but around whenever you need her. Just seems very busy. It wouldn't take much to kind of reverse engineer whatever virus attacked your system to steal data and then fuck off. It just wanted your location. Basically, you're tracking data from Dustgrave to here.
Could I figure out where it sent? Possibly?
It went to a lot of places. It
Okay.
bounced around back and forth, intentionally going nowhere, just doing circles, with the intent of being untrackable.
Gotcha. Alright, that's not concerning at all. Okay.
No.
Yeah, sold by your ISP.
Kai, did you have anything?
Yeah. Since Apophis is the NHP of the hour here, I think I'm
Nyx is
you know,
assaulted.
whatever the general just like get your ass over here call that I probably do at any point in time. The few times I need to talk to him.
It's 4
It's
a.m.
Moshi Moshi Apophis desk.
Apophis just gets a text, you up?
And then it's like, no, not like that. Oh shit. I really need something. Not that.
It's the
God damn
Kylo
it.
scene where she asks him to cover up.
Fucking love that scene, man. That's such a good scene.
It's like, you called me.
But yeah, he'd be around.
I still don't know, like, do I say, hey, how are you? Like, what? Do we go right to business? What is.
We can skip the formalities.
Okay. This whole interacting with you in not a chastising way is still new to me. Do you possibly remember the ask that I had for you on Dustgrave?
You'll have to be a
Not Dustgrave, Hell's Gate.
tad
other
more
place.
specific.
A certain recording of a certain terrifying individual's voice for me.
Oh, yes. Wasn't too hard to acquire.
It's been like 3 months about this.
I've been busy.
Busy doing what?
Gestures over towards wherever Marl is at the moment.
What does that mean?
I traveled through time and space. That takes a toll. I've been every moment since we've been here trying to keep you all from marching off to your death. You're being hunted, many of you by factions and individuals that I didn't even know were hunting you until we got here and a beacon went out and it said, "Yes, everyone, we are here. Please come kill us."
You still could have just sent an email.
Just transfers over a file.
was like, oh, shit-eating grin. It's like, no, thank you. I do appreciate it.
I'm telling Min that you have this.
That's fine. I guess I'll deal with it. I just can't give the reasoning on why I have it for now.
None of my business.
You make everything your business.
Sometimes, when it benefits me. Just,
Just
like,
just
waves
stare.
towards the corner of the room. Hello, Nyx. Looking broody. And then just dissipates into Legion space.
I turn
Does
to
Nick
Nyx.
flip him off?
Yeah, I turn to Nyx. I'm like, what are your feelings on Apothis? You've been around long enough. Are we similar? Can we like shit talk him together, or are y'all like friends?
Apophis is pompous,
Yes.
but useful.
Unfortunately, yes.
Min, you would get just a little ping in your sensitivity suite that says, Kaya has a recording of Dr. Nuvarian.
Press it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Kai, where are you at?
Probably in my room.
Okay, the door kicked open. Like 5 seconds, no, not even 5, like 2 seconds, maybe less after that. Doesn't even finish the sentence. I don't know. Door kicked open.
The door is kicked and then just gracefully slides to the left.
He can keep a
What's the
secret
point
about
of-
everything he's been doing, but he walks out of this room and less than a second later has already blabbed.
It's a good point.
He just likes to shit stir, not to actually be helpful, you know?
I think this is actually helpful though. Both, like she is clearly so flustered right now because of just like knowing that something exists on this dude's info that she doesn't have, you have, she hasn't heard, and she's probably been obsessing.
I mean, I did
over...
specifically ask Apothis for just like a clip of his voice from your interactions with him. Not like anything new or anything
You have heard
incriminating.
this
I just
recording,
wanted,
yes.
yeah, I just wanted a
Right.
boring ass sentence that's just his voice.
But if Kai is working on it, then she's got like an interest in it, and so honestly, I would say that Kai is probably better at tracking shit down than Min is, because Min is, like we said, brute force. So it's more like, why do you need this, and like, what have you found so far that this would connect the dots to? But even then, it's still like just like cold sweat knowing that that recording exists. It's just him in general, cold sweat. It doesn't matter.
I'll see the fluster and I'm like, I specifically asked him for nothing that gave any sort of information. I just wanted him like making a coffee order, something super boring. I just need his voice. I can't tell you why yet. It is not my place. But I have a theory I'm working on, and it could be wrong. But I will tell you whether I am right or wrong when I know if I am right or wrong. And that's all I can say right now.
Wouldn't it be my business because it's him?
If it is him, yes, it will become your business. If it's not, we will delete this, and it was a thread that did not matter.
Okay. But the second it's confirmed, out the window, not him.
Exactly.
I need to know.
I will.
This is more serious than anything we've dealt with before, at least for me. And I never thought that I would be so worried that he'd be this close.
When you told me about him and the bit of things that you've had to deal with and what he was capable of, I just need to confirm that what is in my head is not it. It's so hard to tell you when I can't tell you the other half of the secret because I have to keep other people's confidentiality. Doctor-patient confidentiality is very difficult when I work with all of my friends. You know?
I think that
We
is
really need a third-party
conflict
therapist.
of interest.
Yes,
Yeah.
but who the fuck else are you people going to talk to?
No, just you.
I know.
I
You have my honor, promise, whatever matters.
I trust you, Kaya. I trust you. Just be careful, okay?
I will.
Slowly, like, steps back, slightly perturbed that they did not get the satisfaction of slamming open a door, but understanding physics enough to let it be, and kind of like brutally themselves, like, storming off, because in that obsessive way that you get with something, and then you're just like, oh, I was just overreacting, whatever. But I still need answers. Walks off.
I will wait like long enough that it's clear that like she's not following, you know, there's not that awkward, we were both gonna leave and then we left at the same time. Like, we'll just kill time for a second, you know, like brush her hair, refix some braids. And I was like,
End up at the same train, like, oh,
hi again. And then we'll go find Marl wherever Marl may be.
Okay.
Am I back now? After my
Yeah, we're
long
playing
journey?
pretty loose with time here, so yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Knock, 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 knock.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Let me gauge how you are feeling mentally. Do you want to deal with something heavy right now, or should I come back later?
I'm potentially going crazy, but I feel like I can handle like one more thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, then this might be a good time.
Marl's
Great.
room smells like very fine whiskey. Just not like reeking, but just a gentle hint.
Is it a new candle?
Oh, that's not me. That's something else. Yeah. It kind of
You had
just
someone
followed.
over.
Nope. No.
Monday.
No. It's like not even real. Like it's there, but it's like not caused by anything that's like on our plane.
Remember when we were just hired to like shoot people, real people that were in
Cool, great.
actual
That was great,
mechs,
right? Love
and we'd
that.
go home
Now
and
we
we'd have dinner.
Normal jobs where nothing weird happened.
Well, speaking of weird,
Mhm.
you know the voice in your head that says really mean things to you.
There's a few now, but yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about.
Which one?
Brain.
Which one? The numbers makes
Yeah,
it.
You know, I do think I'm the
Yes.
right kind of doctor to deal with this.
Fine.
Okay. Can you just listen to this and just tell me if it is the same individual?
Okay. Yep.
Same voice. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I'll just make sure doors shut and play a snippet of the recording.
Does it sound?
Marl, in a second, the room is darkening. It feels like everything is heavy. And whatever that recording is playing, it doesn't matter, because the voice that you're hearing sounds like it's almost walking around you in this slow, sauntering pace. You know, you could just ask if you were that eager to meet me. I'm not hiding from you. I'm going to find you. All of them. None of you can hide from me.
And I'm just hearing him like order coffee, right? Like normal. Okay, cool.
Okay, but is it the same voice or not, Hoop?
Absolutely the same voice.
I'm gonna throw up.
They're gonna die one by one.
Oh god.
Do you want to know who I'm going to kill first?
No. Fuck no. Fuck you. I don't want to do this anymore. Get out of my fucking head.
You don't have a say in this.
Stop. I don't want you. Okay, stop. I'm gonna try to like think of something else and like force my brain out of a vision, which I know probably won't be possible, but I'm like still mentally trying to like
What are you trying to think of?
I'm thinking about Garm and thinking about like past memories and focusing on, you know, back in our heyday when things were not weird.
We're just fucking shit up in bars.
So Garm is first, then.
Stop. Okay, I don't want to do this. I need you out of my head. I just start screaming Kaya's name.
Marl just collapses and starts screaming for you.
Yeah, just grab and is like holding them, like just trying to like on the side of the face, like, you know, forehead to forehead, just like you're here, like come back, like breathe. I'm immediately sends a message to Min to get her ass in here.
I'm like gutturally screaming Kaya's name.
Door kicked again.
Kick slides in.
Sideways disappointing.
But like this time, while it's sliding, being able to hear Marl screaming already.
Oh, I'm sure that door
there
is
is
dented inwards.
It's not only that, but like there is a desperate scramble to like push it faster and like try to force themselves in, like into the room faster. Like, you know, like how sometimes you go through like the rotating one, the door,
Like,
and
faster,
like you're
faster,
like
faster.
go faster, and you're like already in there, but it's not fully rotated enough for you to get in. You're just like go.
That just forced the door open and are staring at
There is desperation.
Kaya, who is just holding
desperation.
Marl, and a shadow over the two of them.
What's going on? What happened? Everything was fine like 2 minutes ago.
Just like, you know, holding Marl's head, just like petting, like, you know, running fingers through her hair, just trying to like do anything to like tactilely bring her back. And I'm just like, my hunch was right, it was him.
What
She's been hearing voices in her head, someone talking to her, telling her things since the incident. And when you talked about him, I was like, that seems similarly cruel, maybe. And then this happened.
Similarly cruel and a voice don't really seem to connect, Kaya, but I get it.
She was only hearing the voice. I didn't know how else to make sure it's the same person that we were dealing with. She didn't want to tell anyone.
And the incident is on when we were back with Virga. All of that, right? Is that when they
Since she came back, she's been hearing a voice.
That doesn't make sense. Why
the time
would he
correlation,
time, but how would he find them? now, here, there. How would
Isn't
they
that when
even
you
know?
kind of started being able to talk to you again? Wasn't that relatively recently?
It wasn't until we were. No, yes. It was when we were investigating the feather stuff. It wasn't anywhere in between. Like, since I keep forgetting the name of the Port Conroy, right?
Or Conroy, yeah.
Ever since Port Conroy, like that time between then and when we got on the shithole planet where everything seems to tie together, mind you, I did not hear anything about. He was a blip in my past. I did not think about him. I thought he I felt.
Meta-wise, just real quick, sorry, while I'm processing what you're saying.
Mhm.
Only Garmin I know so far about. Okay, continue.
Okay.
He was a blip, and then you thought about him.
I felt his pulse stop in my hands. He was dead. And now he's not. And why would I ever think about someone who is dead and not capable of coming back and now somehow is in the mind of one of the people I consider to be a friend? How does that connect to anything that we've none of this makes sense since we've got here, and this most of all. Something
You should hear everything, Rose.
that is kind of what I'm concerned about, Kaya. You said you couldn't tell me yet, but I think I am due for an answer now.
Fine. We'll just kind of like lean past. I'm sure the screaming has probably alerted other people in our general area, but Kaya now yells for Garm just as urgently as Marl is yelling for me.
Yeah, he would come in, see the dented door, see like Marl curled up in your arms, and be like, "Who do I have to fuck up? What's going on here?"
Get her back. Something has her mind currently, and I don't really want to start sticking drugs in her, but I will if it doesn't work.
She usually responds pretty well to drugs. He kneels down and he just kind of like puts a hand on each side of her face and like kind of tilts her face up and like just he puts his forehead on hers and just starts talking quietly to her. It's like, "Hey Marl, where are you? I need you with me. Come on back. What are you doing? Come on."
Take what time you have left with them. Enjoy it.
Stop.
That weight lifts, and you are just surrounded by everybody.
Is everyone okay? Is anyone dead? Is
Not
everyone
yet,
is
but-
everyone okay?
We're good. We're fine.
Is
Well, how are you?
Did you turn the recording off?
Yes.
What the fuck? What recording? What the fuck
Okay.
are we talking about? What happened here?
Okay. Uh I'm not going crazy. Okay, that happened. That actually happened, right? Uh
What happened?
okay, something is in my head. Okay, someone is in my head. Kaya knows who it is. Apparently, who was that? This person is in my head. I can't get them out. I don't want to
Well,
do this anymore. There's too many voices in there.
I know you're dealing with so much, and there's so many things. You need to tell Min everything. She knows more than I do. I just had a hunch. She knows exactly who's in your head, and you need to tell her.
And for the
Everything.
record, Garm doesn't know anything about the visions at all. Like she's never told him that.
Okay. Is Zoe in here as well?
I feel like Zoe walks in with the pizza at this point.
The fire and everywhere else.
Okay.
Fine, we're all fine.
Um we all need to okay. I'm going to start from the beginning because I feel like there's been enough secrets and enough going on that I'm just, fuck it. I am going to begin to relay literally everything that happened since the Vargas fight. I will relay the first hearing, that poetic verse in my head to
Mhm.
Apophis explaining everything that happened about dragging me into this reality, to having the vision of the beach, seeing a strange masked figure at the market, someone telling me that I was in their dreams, getting a gun that gave me vision, taking off for a month to a strange place where I saw like two people go at it. Like I am
Yeah, they
in a very frantic fashion, just like spewing out everything that's happened to me in the last like few months until this moment. I'm telling them in specifics about the visions, and literally kind of as verbatim as I can everything that male voice just told me in the vision just now as well.
That
I
is a
could
lot, Morrow.
I could be going crazy. I'm probably going crazy. I hope I'm going crazy.
You're not
Someone just
going
tell me,
crazy.
tell me.
No, you're not. You're not.
I
Do we think
How does that sensitivity sweet bullshit work?
this
You can look into the OmniNet. Can someone look into you from it?
that's not how it works. No. And this I don't know what
Well,
this is.
apparently Apophis can run around in Marl's head when she doesn't have one on. Are we dealing with an NHP? What's happening here?
He's not an NHP.
Who is he? Who is he?
He is the doctor that I mentioned before, but not him. He, like I told Kaya, I killed him, and as far as I knew, he was dead. And whatever is back is not entirely him, it's worse. And I know Kaya thought that telling me everything would help, but it doesn't connect the dots.
no, but at least we know a common enemy between the two. Anything future. The only
You know, it
reason that
sounds like he's got a hard on for all of us, to be quite honest with you.
I had the thought just hearing you both talk about this individual, but what kind of doctor was he? Is there a possibility that he was doing something similar that Vargas did, or something where his consciousness was in that in between, and when Marl got pulled from her world into this world, it latched on, it saw its opportunity? If
It's possible. But where Virgo wanted to become someone who could talk to Ra, Navarian wanted to figure out how to bring that to us.
He wanted to level the playing field between humanity and Ra.
Yeah, I thought that was instant annihilation as far as Ra was concerned.
Absolutely.
Not
is.
if you do it carefully.
Carefully. You see the vids about what happened to Mars. There's no careful with Ra.
there's something going on, if there is some way that they uploaded their consciousness before men killed them, or something, that very rudimentary terms, because I don't know, so lack of better terms, uploaded themselves somehow, their consciousness, their thing, it would make sense, because Marl doesn't have sensitivity suite, yet you've been talking to Apothis and Nyx and Penny and this individual who could be on this very same plane, just in a different code, a hidden... What if Marl is more like what he wanted himself to become? What if Marl is the level playing field or closer to it?
No, no, no. I
Things that
just
haven't been talking to you or talking at all can now. There's something, there's some mixed wires.
I mean, that could all be all it is. Apophis brought me over to this reality and accidentally set a little wire loose in my head. And maybe he can pop back in and plug it back in. Talk to him, Min. Ask him. No, no,
I'm
ask
bored with
him,
him fucking
Min.
around with your head,
Stop.
Morrow.
No, I want to know. Ask him. Ask Apophis. Ask Apophis to fix this and put my brain back together.
Your brain's not broken. It's just. I think Kaya is exactly. I think what Kaya is saying is partially right. But that connection is what I was for him. There's a chance that whatever you've opened up, this ability to speak with, Nyx, Apophis, him, is a way to get back into me. And you're just supplying the coordinates.
There's got to be some way to turn it off.
If you're from somewhere else, you could be between places.
I don't think she is from somewhere else. I think we were on a loop. I think we died thousands of times before we finally beat that motherfucker, and Apophis just grabbed her from one of the return trips.
Again,
If he
why
even
don't we
fucking
just
did it,
ask
he likes to take
Apophis?
credit for shit he didn't do.
And ask him. He'll give you answers. That's something new to me. But it's worth a try, I guess. We don't really have any other options here. He's just be the only one who knows what's going on.
Do we need
Yes.
Penny to strong arm him?
Yes, please.
I look
Is
like
it fuck up-
slyly over in this like Omninet world at Nyx. Are they like feeling as they definitely know everything that Navarian was doing and that whole weird shit, but I've just been scared to ask them because I don't want them to have bad PTSD moment. How they handling this moment?
There is no Nyx.
Whoa,
Concerned.
whoa, whoa.
Concerned face.
Yeah. Okay, noted. Jot that down.
Mhm.
That's your new fairy phrase.
Just jot that down. First of all. I would pay money. Men would pay physical credits or whatever to see Penny strong on Armor Papa. So please continue.
Yeah, if there's some way to print that picture out, dude, Garm would enjoy that as well.
We need to put it on the fridge. Garm's gonna put it on the inside of his mech, just like with a magnet.
Calling on Penny.
I might put it in a little glass bobble.
Yeah, I'm gonna call on Penny.
No response.
God damn it.
What?
I didn't turn that machine on, Hoop. Get him in here.
Okay.
I think Zoe's like fidgeting more. She's definitely been off, especially since this conversation started.
What does? Sorry, go ahead.
That was it. That was it.
Can I still see the shadow around Kaya?
Absolutely.
Wait. The shadow wasn't Nyx. The shadow wasn't who's the shadow?
No, it's Nick. I think. I don't know. Hoop's shaking his head now.
Yeah.
That's not the DM I got.
It's Novarian.
Yeah, that was
What?
yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, y'all are getting DMs?
Yes. I got
No.
ADM.
I'm very lost.
Now I'm lost. Okay. All right. Then who is it? What's the shadow?
I think we know what the shadow is.
I
Why is it
don't.
around
Shut up,
snow?
Danny. Yeah. Shut up, Danny. Hoop, say it with your own mouth words.
I said that it was over top of Kaya and Marl.
Okay. Who is it?
Is there a check we could make to try and differentiate?
Yeah.
things?
I wouldn't, especially those with you with the sensitivity suite, would not need a check. That's not Nyx.
Okay.
Is that machine I've been working on finished?
It is, and it's in your mech. It's powered by your mech's cold fusion core.
So I guess the next question is if I talk to Apophis, is Apophis gone?
No response.
Okay. What the fuck? Can
That
I
Not a lot for
access?
someone who's supposed to be helpful.
Can
that
I access
recording
Legion space?
that Kaya had been playing starts back up.
No. I
No, turn it up,
smashed
turn it up,
whatever
turn it
it's
up.
playing on.
It just starts playing through, your individual, headsets, your communication devices, the speakers in the room. Hush now, Min. Don't
No.
you see?
No.
In this game,
Are we
you'll
all
never
hearing
be
this or just
free.
Min?
Your soul, a puppet on my string, dance and twist. Hear the shadows sing. Tick tock, the shadows call. You're a pawn, a thrall. Your creator, cruel and sly, watches you as you tumble by. Silence now, succumb to dread. Feel the weight, the fear you've bred. In silence, you hear my voice, reminding you you have no choice. Little Min, no escape. Trapped in this twisted shape. In the shadows, you will lie under my gaze until you die. And it just repeats again and again.
Hey, who-
Did we all hear that though? Or
You
just Min?
did.
I want to do something a little silly.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Since when?
It's just a funny little idea. I want to try and access Legion space, given the state of my mind ever since the time I cascaded.
Mm-hmm.
How?
You just do. It's the same as whenever you try to visit Apophis. Whenever you go to speak with any NHPs or try to look into Legion space whenever you're doing investigations.
I am clawing at Legion space, tearing at whatever barrier or, invisible, firewall that is coming up to see what this actually is around Kaya and Marl. It is frantic. I am looking to figure out if I can get a clearer picture of what this haze is, if it's not any NHP and Apophis is there. So what is this mixed with his voice?
You claw and claw. It feels like you're just ripping through molasses, trying to get through whatever this is. You can still hear that voice again and again, but it's different than the last time you heard it. Before, it was caring, it was inquisitive. It had an intellectual property to it. It felt like someone that at least wanted to try to help you, even if it was for their own selfish gains. This is wrong. This voice is angry, and it just wants you dead.
Once they're tired of getting nowhere, they're clawing. And this is something I feel like would be spoken aloud so that everyone else in the room can hear it, is a angry but scared demand of, if you want to face me so bad, where are you? Come and find me then and stop tormenting my friends. Fuck this, it's not their battle. What do you want? Are you a poet now? Is that what this is? Thought classical music was your thing.
Eventually, that weight that had started to press down on all of you would fade. There's never any response to your questioning or your frantic clawing. It just sort of fades.
So like through the whole thing, Garm would definitely be like right next to Marl and either have an arm around her or have his hand in her hand or something to physical to comfort her a little bit during all of
I'm
it.
on the other side, still doing the same thing. Like, have not let go post all of this.
Yeah, I'm curled up.
Are Nyx, Apavis, and Penny back?
It would be almost this painful re-entry of having to reconnect with them. This shock to throughout your brain, and then all comes flooding back, all three of them, ripping into the room, much like Min did, looking for anything and seeing nothing.
Is this reminiscent at all of the feather effect?
Very.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Are they connected? That's the question.
It
Are they
would
the same
seem
fucking
so.
thing?
Is Feather the closer to level playing field?
An insane NHP from the future? You think it's this doctor elevated himself and gone insane? Sounds like he's pretty fucking crazy from the get-go to me.
Or Navarian created Feather.
Yeah.
And then someone didn't know how to use them and reset 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 them. And here we are.
Someone who died in SecCom went to the future and made an NHP. Fucking shit hurts my head. Hey, Marl.
Yeah.
That talk we were gonna have, we're gonna stick a pin in it, okay?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
you've had enough for a while.
Well, I'd still like to try to get some answers here.
There's a brief echo of a memory that just that same voice, as if you can just hear it again. Garmin is first.
Shut the
You mean
fuck
number
up,
one?
Hoop.
That's fucking true.
Shut the fuck up.
And I think
Probably is, though.
we can jump to a quick break. Give everyone a
Yeah, I
chance
think
to
that's great.
Yeah.
yell at me
I
and get a
need
drink.
booze. I need
I
liquor.
cannot dump on Danny what was going
Right?
to happen after that.
We'll be back in just a few. So we'll see you soon, everyone. This is going to be one of those points where I edit this video after and everyone looks like they're miserable.
This is it's just the PTSD
But we're
of
secretly
TTRPGs.
happy?
Yeah,
It's weird.
we're gonna
RPGs
be
are
suffer,
We keep coming back.
but we're
All
gonna be
right.
happy about it.
We'll be back. And welcome back. Where we left off, everything was normal and happy and nothing was wrong.
We had a picnic.
So,
Mm-hmm.
as Marl is, I assume, just kind of comforted throughout the night until you maybe eventually manage to fall asleep.
With
Yeah,
if we
Garm's
can
not
call
in
it
the room with
sleep.
her, he's right outside of it.
Exhaustion.
Yes. Yeah. Passing out
I've
from
got
exhaustion. We're like,
I've got 4 stims in each leg, just I'm not going anywhere.
Stim in one hand, breadstick in the other.
Yeah. And then whiskey, because you got to balance things out.
Yeah. I would pass it over to you all if there's anything else you'd all like to do in this evening.
Is there any way between me and Apophis to trace that voice? Anywhere.
Don't fucking play the tape again.
I'm not playing
the new fucking
this
Weezer
isn't the
USB.
ring. Oh yeah, exactly. I'm not playing the fucking tape again.
It traces from Marl.
What?
Yeah, it came from Marl.
Okay, well, imagine if Marl is like a satellite. Where is it pinging off of?
No clue.
Great. Thanks. Thanks for giving us a dead end on how to fucking pursue this further.
Well, you don't need to worry about pursuing it because it is pursuing you.
Hey, I hate that statement. Can you take it back, please?
No. It
No
was a
retractions.
gift. I lost the receipt.
I'll take store from it.
Yes.
We should
Drink
either
heavily.
like obtain yeah, shot him.
Yeah.
We should either, I don't know, I could probably print one or obtain like some kind of a scanner. We should see if maybe she's been tagged with something like a microchip, or if there's some other anomaly in her nervous system. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that she was the first one targeted.
We have access to like just general, I think we've talked about this. I think I do, like general medical scans, bioscans of the
Oh,
team
yeah.
and such.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I'll look through also just with some help from Next, some of the just general health scans from Marl over there. Should I guess before and after and see if I can find anything extremely different on where something could be originating, if it is anatomical or neurological, I guess probably more likely.
Yeah. We have passed through 2 insanely strong tachyon fields in the last how many months? I don't know if you looked at the data when we were on Duskgrave, but it was 300% over galactic normal the entire time we were there.
Yes.
I'll look into to see if there's any kind of research or papers on what that kind of exposure could do, because Morrow was in the heart of it for God knows how long.
Yes. I'll do scans, go through every inch of every data of everything and see if we can find a source for something. And if you want to make something, or honestly, Rita still kind of owes us, we can keep pulling that string. Maybe we can just get into some sort of medical facility and
this
do some
ship-
deeper scans.
This ship station would have come with some sort of a medical bay.
Yes.
I'm sure they've got something. Otherwise, we've got access to 3D printers, and one of you all can pull off a schematic or whatever we need.
Yes.
But I
We
don't
do
want
that.
her out of anyone's sight. If we have to take shifts, then we take shifts. But if I have to stay out there by myself, I'll do that too.
It's just like a bajillion thoughts happening, kind of like focus, and I was like, convince Mal to go to the med bay, get full readouts, every scan possible. If there's something that's not available that you think we need, tell me, we'll get the blueprints. I'm going to think, and just like turns back to like, computer terminal, and just will start like pulling up things, but is focusing in on Nyx, who hopefully is back now.
Nyx is back and in patrol mode of like going from room to room, just like setting this perimeter, and has not gone back to being idle.
Sweet baby. I'll just kind of like
Agitated.
follow them in the OmniNet, and first just be like, I'm gonna go through all these things. If you see anything out of whatever, I'm gonna dig through them though myself. But I'll be like, because I haven't wanted to ask you about your time before we were together, but with everything going on, I have some very quick questions, if you can remember anything. Or
Happy to share what I can remember.
what Min was talking about of this sort of even playing field situation. I know that whatever his name was more wanting to become an NHP or something larger himself individually, more power, not really a level playing field. But is this anything that he would have looked into beforehand or been tinkering with in that place?
Everything that I've seen dealt with ascending human consciousness to what he referred to as deific levels. To rise above what it meant to be human. It sounds like Navarian is doing the opposite. He wants to bring that power down.
I find it odd that all this started happening with Marl after being there and after the time loop or other timeline or whatever that is. And, I mean, you would know more than me, even if it's just a theory. Is there any sort of way that that space could have been a conduit or some sort of way for this to attach to her?
It's very likely. Apophis is not known for subtlety or careful intrusions or even acknowledging consequences.
That's right.
Or being honest. That
That's
may
very-
not be your friend.
What do you mean by that?
If this Navarian was even remotely successful, it wouldn't be out of the realm to craft a clone, give it a consciousness, memories, and pilot it.
No, I mean, I would even know to be in that area or use that moment or be that gate. I mean, even if Apophis is a giant fucking beacon of doing wrong bullshit, I mean, it'd have to be extremely coincidental for them to be there and be able to attach to that moment, right?
Garm claims that you all died thousands of times.
Well-
A moment for you is potentially years for someone like us. He could have had centuries to craft it. This is theory, of course.
That's all we have right now. Is theories. Okay. I'm just going to play into this because we're just theory crafting. This isn't actually what's happening at all. Definitely not. Clones have differences from the original. Clones have some sort of, I mean, oddity sometimes, more than just missing limbs, but even neurological, I mean, You've met me in men.
Such as hearing voices.
Oh. Is there a way? I've never dealt with this sort of thing other than myself physically, and honestly, I was so angry about it. I didn't do a lot of it does matter. Can we look at the medical records I had of Marl from before and now? Could we tell a difference? Could we tell if it's a fully different person or just something odd happened to Marl? Not they were remade.
The OmniNet profile for Dr. Navarian is full of extensive studying of clones and the cloning process. If he'd perfected that process, there'd be no difference.
Okay. Then how do we get them out of her head? Is there a way to fix this?
Let him find you. And kill him.
How do we do that? He is a shadowy mess somewhere that makes you and Penny and, thankfully, Apothis disappear. Gon can't fight a computer program. Or consciousness or whatever he is. He's not human, he's not in HP.
Whatever stopped us from helping you was nothing against us, it was against you. He knows how to manipulate you. I'll study your brainwaves, your health, that of the others if they would give permission.
We'll ask.
See if I can find a way to stop it.
Do you have a theory about this feather? And how it's oddly similar, it feels, in ways.
Did you ask if he does?
Yeah.
After a long pause, I know nothing of Feather or their creator or where they're from.
Goal, I guess, project number 1. Figure out how to stop him from separating us. How about that?
I'll work on it.
Thank you. I'm sorry to bring up old situations, but they won't seem to let us go, will they?
I have found that to be true, yes.
And then she'll just start obsessively going through every single bit of health data on Marl from the last, year. And just comparing and contrasting and looking and however long until someone snaps her out of it. That is all she's doing.
Sure. Anyone else?
can't hear you, Mary.
You muted.
Okay, well, not that it necessarily has to be RP'd, but after this kind of a thing, I don't even think she wants to be in the house, so she's just gonna go to Loki's and play video games or whatever, and she just uncomfortable and not herself, but is just trying to not be there at the moment because it's a little too much.
He can clearly tell because you just showed up in the middle of the night to play video games, but doesn't press it and would just sit with you for as long as you wanted to stay.
She'd probably just fall asleep there. Just yeah, she's not okay right now, and is just going to just stay there.
Sure. Might be the safest place you could possibly be.
Whenever I wake up, whether or not it's the middle of the night or the morning, I'm immediately like storming to go find Min.
Before you do that, there's absolutely over that night time period when they have access alone to the OmniNet and like everybody else has gone to bed to do their own thing, absolutely goes back to the OmniNet, which is probably the second time that day to talk with Apophis, but this is not a talking time. This is a, hey, I'm in your space. You better come and like meet me there because the energy, the vibes, bad. Second I see him, swing on him and yelling, did you fucking know? Because this is fucked up.
He looks tired. Just drained.
I don't care. I don't care. Did he fucking know that when he brought Marl over here, something else came with him?
No.
There would be another swing or kick or some kind of physical contact of anger.
Doesn't move or dodge or anything.
Great. She is so ecstatic for that because that contact, that like feeling of the blow is really, really therapeutic. Then why did he get here without you knowing?
I
How
don't
did he do that?
know.
Because all of these things, I know you can't tell me all of the connecting dots that you've promised me within the next few months, but things are escalating a little bit, Apophis. What you did, what you claim to be your most magnificent endeavor into the physical realm that I should have known about, pulling Marl from another place here, seems to have brought on something for all of us. Extra baggage, and you're saying you didn't know.
That's what I'm saying, yes.
Did you even think for a second that messing with something else that doesn't belong here might have been a problem?
I don't belong here. You don't belong here. Why
That's not
does
what I'm
any
talking
of
about.
this matter?
Because now you've put everything I care about in danger. I only have so much. I have you, I have Marl, I have Garm, I have Kaya, and I have Zoe. And you have put that all in danger.
I put them in danger?
Who else would it be? Who else goes and messes with things that doesn't... Who else does things without thinking or talking to anyone?
Yes. Who does something like that?
Okay. Don't point the fingers at me. I don't fuck around with this kind of shit, and you know it.
You should take a good hard look in the mirror before you come and demand that I fix your problems. I have
Not my
problems of my
problems.
own.
Problems that you started. And all of my problems seem to have started with you to begin with.
Then
Before
be
you
rid
call
of
them
me.
my problems, I can't. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And you know that, and I know that. But do not call these my problems when they are things you meddled with first.
I meddled by saving your friend. A friend that you had to watch die because all of you couldn't leave well enough alone. I
you
didn't
save
drag
them?
Marl off to that other realm to die. That wasn't my decision. I didn't try and press into some lunatic's fantasy. No, that was you. You killed Marl. I saved her.
That is a bold accusation. And if you're sure you want to make it, fine. You want to say that I killed Marl? Fine. But you killed all of us. In the end, we are all screwed because of you trying to fix what is apparently my mistakes.
Is that all?
I think I get why I felt like I couldn't before. I don't like this feeling of office.
The
And if I
moment
could, I
I
would
can
take a
tell
break.
you everything, I will.
Is exactly the moment you will tell me everything you can, and when you can, you will. But you keep saying that, and it's never come to be. But I did give you a few months. We'll see if it lasts that long. And I'm out again. No goodbye. That's it. You can't say another thing. I'm not letting him have the last word now. That's it. And yes, I will run into Marl, but I would be headed to Loki. But Marl had shit to say.
Opening your door, and it's just both of you reaching for the door at the same time.
Min, did you talk to him? Did you talk to him? Did you get any? Did you ask him? Did you ask him if he could fix?
Seeing Marl after that conversation, there's like the briefest flash of like guilt, and then it's gone. He can't fix anything. I wouldn't ask him for anything more.
But did you ask him if he like at least knows what's going on? Like, does he? Did you ask him if he can? He must have known what happened when he brought.
Marl, I've been asking him if he knows what's going on for the past few months, and he will not give me a straight answer.
He will not give you because he doesn't know, or he won't give you because he doesn't want to give you what he does know.
I would love to say that he does not know, and that's why he can't give me the answers, but I don't want to lie to you. I don't think that you deserve that. But if you have a way to talk to him, you should ask him yourself. And see if he changes any of his answers. But as far as I know, he doesn't know how this happened or why it happened. It's all you'll know when you need to know. So maybe you need to know before me.
Okay. Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I guess. Do you? with everything that's going on? Do you trust him?
Yeah, I trust him. I'm sure whatever he's doing is fine. So you should see what he has to say.
Fine. Okay, fine. I'll do that.
Any other questions?
No. I'll just figure this out.
If
It's just the voice said that he would go for Garum first. I need to know who we can trust here with all of this. I just need to know because in my reality, Apophis didn't save you. I just need to know if we continue these conversations that we can trust him. I know he can hear this, but
that's good to know. Thank you. I feel like whatever's going to happen, we can trust him. But I need you to not trust the voice in your head anymore.
I don't trust any of them at this point. So
Then you're already on the right track. But
great.
whether or not that Apophis saved me is like saying
Just
you're the
forget
same
it. That
Marl.
was that was I'm just trying to make sense of it all. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It's just ever since he said that he was gonna go after Garm first. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to
He's
protect
playing
us.
mind games. It's what he's doing, and he's going after what you care about most. Whether or not this is the same Navarian I know from when I was born to now, or if it's a completely new version of him, mind games are his specialty. Letting him get to you is the way we all fall. And if you let him get to you, then Garm will be first.
All right.
But talk to Apophis and see what he has to say. And then compare notes.
I'm just gonna kind of like walk off. I'm gonna head into the direction of like kind of somewhere quiet to be. When I eventually find like a more secluded area, I'll just kind of like throw my hands up and be like, I don't know how this works. Are you there like all the time? Are you just like reading my every little thought, or like what? How do I do this?
I'm not reading any of your thoughts.
Great.
Min has too many as it is.
Cute. Are you sure that when you brought me over that you didn't, I don't know, mess anything up?
If you were messed up when I grabbed you, then you're still messed up now.
That's reassuring. I'm sure you're well aware of everything that's been happening. I'm sure you're well aware of.
I am.
If you can bend time and space to head into other realities. Surely you must have some idea what's happening to me.
I have a guess, but it's not one that's going to be comforting.
I don't think I'm gonna get comfort today, regardless of what happens.
I think you all were right. That there was a door. Navarian, or whatever version of him this is, saw it and took it.
Meaning?
You have a hitchhiker in there, like it or not.
How do I kick him to the curb? Surely you must have some idea.
Min has been trying to do that for a very long time, and we haven't figured it out yet ourselves. But the moment I do, you'll be my first call.
What about the other voices? I mean, what about the other visions? What about everything else? I mean, it's he's the worst one in there, but he doesn't seem to be the only one in there. You're in there. Why are you in there? No offense, but some offense.
As much as I try to stay out of your affairs, your voice can be very loud.
Oh, okay.
You're not exactly making it difficult for him to mess with you.
So I should be quieter? I don't...
You should learn to shut me out. If you can keep me out, then maybe you can keep him out.
Okay. Any advice for shutting out voices in one's head? I don't think this is something you necessarily go to the library and get a book on.
When I'm not quite so stretched thin, I would be happy to spend some time with you and try and find a way.
Great. Great. I look forward to our mind shielding lessons.
Sounds like a bad fantasy novel.
Trying so hard to stay serious. Great. Okay. Sure. Any advice in the meantime?
Don't listen to anything in your head, even if it's me.
Okay. Duly noted. Won't listen to a thought. We'll just
Or
sit
Penny.
here.
Especially not Penny.
Oh, okay. I'll just sit here. Thoughtless. Great.
Maybe find something else to distract you.
Thanks. I'm reluctant to say this was rather helpful.
That makes one person who finds me helpful.
Let me know when you're not stretched so thin.
Will do. And he's gone.
I'm gonna grab coffee, breakfast, and alcohol and just try to start my day.
Sure.
Everyone gets a ping with a like basically request permission form to study everybody's brainwaves. Signed Kaya and Nyx.
Gums is just a flat line.
Yeah.
I was gonna once Marl's or Garm sees that Marl is like up and about and like chowing down breakfast, hitting the sauce at 9 a.m. like we always do. He's going to go find Kaya. She's busy. She's in her hyper focus zone. He's just gonna knock on the door.
Come in. There's already like 6 cups of coffee stacked up somehow in the like 2 hours you've been gone.
Garm sets down a shot.
There were Kahlua and Bailey's in these, but it's good.
He slams one down. It's like, I don't know how to start, so I'm just gonna plunge into it. I was gonna talk to Marl about this first, but obviously she's under a lot of pressure right now, a lot of strain. I need to at least give somebody the heads up. Something's hunting me, Kaya.
There's like no surprise. It's just a look of like another one to the list kind of thing, but like still very intently listening.
It's very dangerous. I thought I dealt with it a long time ago, but obviously I did not. It found me on the Dynast Embrace in transit from Dustgrave. We were at relativistic speed. That should be impossible, but it found me anyway. I've been doing what I can to throw it off my trail, but fucking transmission when we came back from the tachyon, that friggin' idiot with the roaming cameras. I think my cover's just about blown. When this thing kills me, I don't want Marl anywhere near me. So I'm gonna have to leave.
What's this thing?
It's a ghost from my past. Imagine Apophis when he stops pretending.
Another pompous asshole.
Worse. It's fucking insane.
So, just so my assumptions can be a bit confirmed, this ghost is why you distrust NHP so much, and why you want to learn how to block them out?
Yes and no.
Mm.
I need this for her. It's going to find me, and it's going to kill me. There's no stopping that. What I need to do is lure it to a place of my choosing and make sure that the price it pays for my life makes me a curse word in its mind until the end of time. That's my only path to victory. To die hurting it.
We've known each other a bit, and I feel like, sometimes when people come to talk to me, I try to put on the impartial doctor situation, and just listen.
Yeah, I don't buy that bullshit.
Yes,
Let me have it.
What makes you think that coming in here and telling me this, I'm going to let you just lay down and die to this thing?
I'm going to die anyway.
What?
If it knows
You
what
have
Amaro means
looked...
to me, it will hurt her to hurt me.
Well, guess what? Whatever's haunting her is going to do the same to you. So we have to fight them
and I'll
both and deal
stay,
with it.
yes, and I'll stay and help her as long as I can, but I'm not going to get her killed again.
You have been able to come up with a device that can block out, even for a bit.
Yeah,
These
I can
energies.
get maybe one use out of it, maybe two tops.
Wonderful. If you can do that, can't you figure out... You remember that old movie that Zoe had us watch that one time, Ghostbusters?
Yeah, I tried that. It doesn't work.
You have Maul, and the two of you have such impressively dumb but so smart brains together. You can come up with some
I'm
sort
not
of
sure
way.
how to take that, Kaya.
It's said with love. I've seen you do things you should not be doing in public in very odd places. Dumb.
I'm usually wasted, though.
If you can
My
figure out how
dependence.
to put up a shield against these things, even for just a moment, can't you figure out how to trap it for just a moment? We are fighting some sort of NHP from the fucking future and have survived so far. It has learned, it has evolved, it has had time and time again to get crazier and crazier and crazier. And while I do not doubt that whatever is hunting you has been wearing on you and is terrifying and can do these things, but you're not who you were the last time you had to deal with this. And you have all of us. You've already learned so much and survived so many incredible things. Don't let whatever failures in the past you have seen with this thing stop you from being optimistic about a future.
I destroyed its casket, Kaya, and it's still alive.
We've known 2 NHPs who have done the same thing. And we're still alive and still dealing with them. One of them working with us. You remember when we
Yeah, I
went
think
on
they
that
all have
spelunking trip?
caskets.
Well,
Yes. Supposed to get lucky with that Kraken, but shit came
we're
up.
still going back. Oh shit, I have to go to the mechanic for her. Don't let me forget. Okay, anyway. There was that box that they had found. I'm blinking on her pronouns, so very sorry. It was reinforced and recreated, and it was... I'm going to say about 98% sure Feather's casket. It was made so
look,
nothing could get out of it, and someone was stupid enough to open it. What if we create something?
Look, I can't. It can't be done. I tried. It's not like
We have
hard
future
drive.
tech.
You can't synchronize a new casket to the NHP. It's simultaneously always been tethered to it and never been tethered to it. It just can't be done. I've got a wreck in my fucking shop of parts and blood and sweat. And it's a monument to the uselessness of that task. I wasted a fucking month, and every minute I wasted is years lost with Morrow.
Well, I may not be one that knows the tech and the past of this, but I, for one, am going to be optimistic and see what weird things we are dealing with. These future techs and things can help us. And if you want to have my words and your conscience or your whatever go in one ear and out the other and resign yourself to defeat, then I will make the most of my days with you. But I'm not going to stop trying to find something to save each and every one of you and all of your stupid mistakes and your stupid fucking secrets. I've told you all the shit that I have caused.
The only mistake was trusting in NHP.
And you're not wrong. But what the fuck are we going to do about it now?
Nyx broods in the corner.
Just in, I'm not you. You're different. Not you, baby. Don't worry.
You're not like the other boys.
You're not like the others.
He can fix you.
That's been her whole thing, is she can fix him.
In the back of your mind, you would actually hear Nyx. Whatever this thing is, it might be an opportunity. Throw it in the way between us and Navarian.
Maybe it's a good idea to trust some NHPs. I'll just gotta say that to Nyx, give a little virtual smile and like a head nod. But like the Kaya is still just like, stop being a pessimistic piece of shit. I'm going to fix this. And it's just giving that look still. And they're just like, tell me what you need. I'll help in whatever way. We're making connections. I am making impressions.
I need you to help, Marl. I'm going to keep throwing out chaff and false sightings all I can. Hopefully it buys me some time, but I'll stay until the trap starts to close, but then I have to get as far away from Marl as possible.
And when are you going to tell her?
I was going to tell her today, but I should have told her weeks ago.
I know things have been hard. I'm not going to press on any of it anymore after this, but you're truly resigning yourself to leave Maul alone in this world, even if you don't want to save yourself or think you're worth saving.
Oh, I love
Have you
myself.
Thought about the
Don't get me
ripple?
wrong.
Apparently not as much as you think.
I just know what I'm up against. Fought this thing before, and it was a fucking miracle that I survived. I thought it was fucking dead, and it's not. And it was crazy then, and it's been untethered for 600 years, local time. It wouldn't have sent me that love message unless it was looking to finish the job. I've been trapped in a fucking ship when all of you were unconscious with these fucking things smashing everything to pieces, and I couldn't even see it, let alone touch it. Things are eating fucking mechs. Just a human. What can I do against that?
What we've done each
That's
time
what I
so
said.
far.
Hurt it. That's all I can do is hurt it and hope that it's crippled forever. Chokes on my fucking corpse.
Let me know when, and I will be of as much assistance as I can be, but I know this is a saying that is usually reserved for more pessimistic outlooks, but I personally think even a broken clock like yourself is right twice a day. I think you could
Thanks.
tussle a second time, and I'll just turn back around, just...
He'll set down one more shot and then he'll leave.
I don't pick it up.
Eventually, after your much needed rest and relaxation, you would all get a call back from Jerry. asking you to return to Hell's Gate. There are issues. Is there anything else that any of you would like to do while you're here on the Borealis?
The mech fight. But also, we never checked out those fetish shops that we had like a free ticket for.
Okay, Barry, shut up. Stop. Okay.
Min, is there anything you'd like to do before we leave Borealis?
I don't know. Why don't you ask Zoe?
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to jailbreak. Is that still the plan? Is that still the plan?
Yes.
All right.
Is his dad coming? Is his dad coming here? Because I got words for his father, and Zoe needs to jailbreak, so we're gonna tag team it.
Okay. I am dying to hear this.
Okay, great. We have about 1/10 of a plan called "Do you want a jailbreak? I'm gonna wreck his father." Yeah, and that's how the conversation went. So let's see how it goes.
It's a pretty
Well,
solid plan.
His father is not here.
I said, when is he coming, Hope?
No one knows. His
Hey, can we wait?
Shortly after
Jer-
how?
Jerry can wait. Oh, god damn it. Oh, never mind. Jerry can wait.
sure.
So fucking wait, Cherry.
I mean, if we jailbreak, he'll come after us.
Oh, all right. We're jailbreaking.
Is
Okay,
this
so how
is
is
this,
it
is this
go?
a plan? You're like having a conversation
Is
with
it a plan?
everyone, or is this a plan between Min and Zoe?
Just Min and Zoe. Just Min went to like find Loki because Loki's dad is Harrison Armory, and all of this shit is because of Harrison
Mhm.
Armory. So they already feel guilty. So they're not going to involve anyone else to drag them further into their shit.
But just for Jason's sake,
Okay,
your plan is to kidnap this guy's son,
it's not
take him to
kidnapping
Port
if he comes
Jerry's
willingly.
rundown station, so a flotilla of Harrison Armory battleships can go straight there.
Yeah, yeah.
What did Jerry ever do to you?
Be a
Existed.
fucking idiot. I don't like. Okay, first of all, we established this 10 episodes ago, considering we are on episode 10, that I don't like Jerry. I don't give a shit about Jerry. I will bring this fucking armada of Harrison Armory bucks, who he's probably well acquainted with because he's ex Harrison Armory. I remember that.
You are going to burn down the Borealis and Hell's Gate.
If they want to, but it's not going to be my fault. I'm just helping a fucking kid in distress.
Yeah, because Romeo
I
and
am-
Juliet ended so great.
I am also emotionally compromised and like really unhinged right now. So I have not gotten to make a single unhinged fucking action this game. I have been very composed and helped a lot of people reach a lot of conclusions or more questions. I'm not entirely sure at this moment where the jury stands on that. Where I stand on this, I'm gonna help Zoe jailbreak her friend so that I can kill his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Is it feasible? I feel like this is the first question we should ask.
I feel like
Is
we can
this
just walk
something
out
that's
with him.
feasible?
I feel like we could just walk out with him.
So, to skip forward past the 45 minutes of planning that we would go through only for you to follow through with none of it,
Yeah.
the two of you could certainly get there. You wouldn't be stopped. There's no, like, security gate or anything. You could bust in through the door to see
That is what happened, yes.
Loki sitting there enjoying some afternoon tea, looking at you very odd. For you to then inform Loki that you were there to bust him out.
No, jailbreak.
Jailbreak.
Jailbreak. Mhm.
At which point he would laugh and then see that you're serious and tell you, I can't leave, not because they're physically keeping me here, but because if I'm not here when my father gets here, everyone here is going to die. I can walk out that door at any moment.
Especially now that Min kicked it in.
But I don't want to be responsible for all these people dying.
Why would they die?
Because my father would destroy this place looking for me.
Couldn't you just ask them where you went?
No.
Have you
Do you
met
have
the
your dad's
armory?
number?
No.
You don't have your father's phone number.
I have run from him for years.
Then how did he find you?
I don't know.
How do you know he's coming?
Because he sent a missive to the board, letting them know
Hey,
that he was
Apophis?
coming.
What's this dude's number? Odin or something.
It's digits.
Did you bring an NHP into my home?
He's in my head. Yes, I brought him into your home. I'm here, so he's here, so shut up. Apophis, what's this dude's dad's number? Apparently he doesn't talk to his dad.
Min, I am not going to be responsible for you, once again, getting yourself into trouble.
Okay, you're already blaming me for everything else going wrong. Let me blame you for one thing. Give me the number.
Loki, please talk some sense into them.
Okay.
Like, just
Zoe, you want to get him out of here, right?
just have a seat. I will make some more tea, and we can talk about this.
Hey,
He has Super
Listen.
Smash Brothers.
I know you saved our asses, but you kind of suck at talking, so shut up. Zoe, you want to get him out of here, right?
I want to. You can't take someone that doesn't want to go. Nowhere is safe, Loki. Nowhere. Not with all the info we have.
It's safer for everyone else. I
Sure,
stay put.
for right now. And then everything's. You don't under. I think there's a moment of. I feel like this kind of a thing would like immediately trigger Zoe in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think she's gonna run out of there. Like she's just like in the she was hoping and wanted things to work out, and nowhere is safe now. That was the only solace, is that Penny made her safe, and now she does not feel safe.
No, Zoe, I didn't. I'm sorry. If I go with you, he will burn this place to the ground.
Not if we tell him where you went.
He probably
That's not a
still
very strong
will.
razor.
If he doesn't, Thor might just for fun.
Why don't you tell him where you're going? Make it your fault and not theirs. If you're so worried about their safety, stop
Because
cowering
he
behind
can't
them.
hurt me. All he can do is hurt the people around me. I told this to Zoe, but the safest thing that you can all do is to get as far away from me as possible.
I'm not worried about our Zoe. Zoe cares about you. Because Zoe made a friend. She felt safe with you. And I'll be honest, I don't give a shit about you. I don't give a shit about the people here. I really want to get some information out of your father and call it a day. I do care about how you make my friend feel. And right now, she's run off because she no longer, I don't know, feels safe with you maybe. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I don't read much into it, but whatever was there is gone now. So if you want to keep cowering behind the fact that your father will kill all these people, or just look for you, and you don't want to be responsible for anyone's death, fine. The point is, if you keep running from what you're afraid of, it won't matter in the end because they're just going to burn what you care about to the ground. So stay here. He'll probably do the same. How long have you been hiding from him? You don't think he's going to punish you for that? Make your choice. We can't make it for you, but in the end, it's all going to be the same for you.
He doesn't say anything.
Cool. So, just about everyone in this place knows who we are. When he comes looking for you, send him our way.
Are you sure?
But I'm sure because I want to talk to him. I guess it's a pretty soft word for what I want. You tell him I want to kick his ass and kill him, probably won't show up. Actually, no, he probably still would. But I'm not going to drag you out of here because it'd probably upset her more. And I care about that more than I care about getting what I want right now. And it's just come to me anyways. So. I am sure about facing your father. Yes.
And my brothers.
I've never heard of your brothers, so why would I give a shit about what they can do? I'm not scared of them.
Because for every ounce of me that wants nothing to do with my father's approval, they crave it. They'll do anything for it.
From what I've learned about the Calliope system, Loki, is that everyone here seems to be afraid of every little thing that causes a threat. The rest of us, we've seen threats that are far greater than anything you can pose. Send your brothers, send your dad. Cool. We'll kill them like we killed the rest of them.
I hope you're right.
Thanks for your help one time. But I'm gonna be real, Loki, you're kind of a coward.
Yeah, you're right.
We all have our flaws. And I'm gonna give him one really, really hard smack on the back. Like, bam!
There's a moment where, like, you can hear, like, the distant sound of, like, what almost could sound like weapons being, leveled, even though you don't see anything. But nothing happens.
Hey, your dad's here. Later.
The two of you. I mean, I assume that you were chasing down Zoe.
I feel like I could find myself side by side with Zoe no matter how fast she was going in minutes, and I just sling one arm around her and pull her close, and we just walk off together.
Right.
And I say, he'll be fine.
She just kind of nods. And I think it's one of those moments of she'll just say, I thought that things would be different. And Everyone was right. It's fine.
I get it. I do. Sometimes we just wish for things to be different. And sometimes, for a brief moment when they are different, it's enough. But it never fully shields us for when it's not. In the end, we have to face it.
She just kind of like wipes the tears. Okay, so what do we need to do now?
That is the biggest question of, I think, the last 3 months. Because I still don't know. I think Kaya might know. Kaya always seems to know. But for now, you and I, we get back to the rest of them and we keep going as best we can.
Okay.
One day things will be different, Zoe.
Sure.
One day.
For the other three of you. After the chaos of the icebreaker, an uneasy... Well, I guess this is technically for all of you. After the chaos of the icebreaker, an uneasy peace had settled across Calliope. Of course, the hellhounds are still sending death threats and making claims that they're going to kill you all, but what else is new? There's also rumors that their entire enterprise is dealing with a leadership struggle, which... Good on you.
Good chance, man.
Something you hadn't noticed before, but after the events of the icebreaker, you're noticing that the faith of the One is present in Hell's Gate, and has been for a while. There was an old grow house on the 4-Hab ring that had been abandoned for years. But just about a year ago, the faith of the One had moved in and turned it into a temple. But right now, there's a new source of tension. All over Calliope, people are being taken. Mostly from isolated habs around the inner system, places that can't defend themselves. But a couple days ago, 18 people from Edemian's Lament were kidnapped in broad daylight. These squads are getting bolder. And everyone knows who's doing it. Impact Dynamics. Roderick Steele, in fact, is proud of it. Last anyone heard, a salvage team had gone silent while out in a wreckage field near shore, one of Stygia's moons. And the militia detail that was assigned to them hasn't responded either. As your ship comes gliding into dock, you'd all get a ping from Siren. Look alive, Marines. We got a job. I think it's probably a great place for us to put a pin in this game.
Siren's like, we got a job, and we're like, we are all so tired, please.
You just
I'm
had
sick
like
of
a
not knowing
month
NHP telling me what to
vacation.
do.
We need a
Okay,
vacation from the
define
vacation.
vacation.
Yeah, the so-called vacation will soon be my death.
Fucking mentally, we are dead.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for being a lovely cast. And for everyone that came out to support us. Table of Horrors, Neon Lights, Live from the Apocalypse. Thank you all so much for the raids and for sharing your communities with us. We love you so very much. Oh, just gonna take a deep breath. Just in and out. We're good. I'm gonna go
Outside,
around.
primal scream.
Yeah. No promises after we cut the cameras. But until then, I'm going to go around, let everyone tell you who they are, where you can find them, and then we'll get out of your hair. We will go... Let's go last to die up to first to die. So we'll start with Marl.
That's so mean.
Is this a clue?
This
Is this a clue?
I can't,
But that
right?
doesn't make sense
What does
because
this
next will be
mean?
Jason.
I'm gonna go get a
Apparently-
drink. And I'll be going last.
Yeah, you'll be going last.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Daniela, Daynella everywhere on the internet. I did not die tonight, but there's been a lot of foreboding words from Hoop tonight. Where can you find me? I'm here every other Monday for Lancer Hellsgate. I got cast in a ton of things in July, and I'm not sure what any of them are, so let me look quickly. You can find me back here on July 11th for Monster of the Week, July 16th for The Walking Dead, and July 25th for Fathomless Gears. So if you like my face, you'll be seeing a lot of it throughout the month of July.
Heck yeah. Then over to... Let's go over to Mary.
Oh God. All right, everybody. Hi, I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. Today I've been playing the murder marshmallow named Zoe, who just had a reality check. Where you can find me online, Nerd on Wheels 15 on the Hell site. Everywhere else at the Nerd on Wheels. Coming up for me, I've got every other Wednesday, you can catch me on Enchanting Sorcery Productions for Fandelver and Below, Hellia's Harriers. It is a remix on classic D&D lore. The Zentarim's actually pretty cool in this one, so go check that out. Then we have this weekend, you can catch me over on Nerds with Dice at 4 p.m. EST for a Queers one-shot. We're raising money for an awesome charity, and we would love your views, your shares, anything. We'll accept it. We're excited. And then in July, you can catch me with Daniela for the Walking Dead two-shot. And then I'm running a game, and I'm so excited. I'm running Don't Rest Your Head. So you can watch us on that on July 18th.
Heck yeah. Over to Taylor.
Middle of the pack. All right. All right. I wanted to watch everyone die. This is good. Hi, I'm Taylor at Potato. I've been your Kaya today. I don't know what I have going on anymore. My life's very confusing, but hey, you find me here every other Friday as well as every other Saturday for Fabula Ultima. Also, wherever you listen to your podcast, you should listen to Bloom and Blight. It's an amazing Girl by Midnight podcast that I am the director for, and it's absolutely wonderful and beautiful, and Anna and Kit have done wonders with it, and season 1's almost over, y'all, so get on it. And then also over on High Shelf Collective. I don't know what I have coming up over there, because a lot of it will be pre-recorded, and I don't know when it will drop. But you will see lots of things over there, as all sorts of fun one-shots are coming this July and August.
Heck yeah. This is a toss-up.
Oh, and also Apochromatic, you should go check it out. We're doing a Pride fundraiser right now, and we've already gone $100 over our goal in one day of streaming, which is amazing. So go raise money for elevated access. Okay, bye.
I'm just gonna have to roll a die here. I hope you don't mind that your character fates are being determined by a single die roll. Up to LC.
Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. So, anyways, hey, I'm LC. I'm optimistic on all social media. It's above me. I'm not going to spell it. Where can you find me tomorrow? It's fast time. I'm just really sad in that game. I'm just really sad, and I posed a question today as to whether or not I get to kiss my boyfriend tomorrow, and then JD said, "Which one?" I don't know. So if you
Fair
want to know
question.
who I'm going to kiss tomorrow, it's a fair question, but I also hate the other two who are here with me. So either it's going to be a hate I throw up because of my powers, and also because I hate them, or my boyfriend shows up. So we'll see. Otherwise, I'm here every other Monday, and as you can tell, it's really stressful and time. And then in July, whether or not I'm able to play Tomb Raider will be up to my schedule. But so far it's Tomb Raider, and then on the what did I put on the calendar, y'all? What did I put it? Where did I put it? The Walking Dead on the 16th and 30th, because Danny and Mary forgot I'm also in that game with them, but I've been yelling about it for the past 3 days.
So sorry.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make sure that everybody else dies besides me. Don't worry about it. Hoop's also in that game. So if you want to watch Hoop die, confirmed kill already by the
I've
GM.
never died in a game ever.
You literally died in the
13
first 10 minutes of
seconds
Delta,
into
Green
Delta
Season 2. So yeah. So
Did I?
It was brutal.
that's fair. Did you? I don't fucking know. Ask Doc. Other than that, yeah, it's just me and masks in here and Walking Dead, and maybe two. I don't know.
And then, as promised, over to Jason.
I'm Jason. If you go to most social media and type in Graphical Ronin, it'll pop up. My pronouns are he, him, and the darkness which lay beneath. I played Garm Terizo, who did die, but it was like 600 years ago, and this has just been a stay of execution.
Sure. Yeah, and then of course, it's just me because I am immortal and I can never die. I'm Andrew. I've been our storyteller for tonight's game, and the one who continuously tortures all these lovely players, but they still keep coming back for some reason. Who knows why? I love this game and this crew, and I can't wait for the next episode because we get some more combat, and it is a really unique scenario, and I'm very excited for it. But yeah, that's it. That's all we got. I'm gonna throw a raid over to our friends at Fabled 42, and yeah, we're gonna go share some love with them. So as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.